My name is Ben Cutter, and I chose to interview a business owner. I know this guy personally. I played football with his son in high school, and he owns around 10 Zaxby's restaurants in North Carolina. Zaxby's is a chicken fast food restaurant based, I don't know where it's based out of, but most of them are in North Carolina. It's a southern kind of restaurant. His name's Neil Gleason, and he's been doing this for a long time. He worked his way up. He didn't have a lot of money whenever he first got married, and eventually worked into where now he's a millionaire, owning a bunch of Zaxby's restaurants. And the first question I asked him was, "What are some of the hardest things that you have to deal with? What's the biggest problem within your businesses and within your restaurants?" And he said that the biggest thing was just getting the right people hired. And he said that most of the people that come around and interview for his jobs are teenagers and younger guys and younger girls. And he said most of them, they don't really understand exactly what a job is yet. And they don't have a high work ethic because they've never had a job before. It's usually their first job, and they don't know how to handle rude customers. And one of the first things that came to my mind was maybe Mr. Gleason holding these interviews himself, so he could go to the restaurant and have the interviews there. Because I personally worked at one of his restaurants growing up in high school, and it was more than I was expecting it to be, honestly. But I've always been a hard worker, and I didn't have a problem with it. But I could see where, kids that, it's their first time doing it would be caught off guard and not really know exactly what to do. So the first thing I came up with was him holding the interviews himself. He's a really smart man. He knows how to tell character, judge character. So if he went there and did it himself, he could weed out kind of some of the people that he can tell wouldn't be as hard of workers. Because as of now, his managers are the ones, his store managers are the ones that are holding the interviews. And then I also thought he could use, one of the topics we learned in chapter 13 from this course. And it's the job rotation, job enlargement, and job enrichment principles. So job rotation will help the employees pretty much, stay interested in what they're doing. If you go in there and you cook chicken every day, you're going to get bored with it, and you're not going to work as hard at it because it's just the same old thing over and over again. So this will help them not do the same exact thing every day, take the monotonous part out of the job so they won't be bored. Job enrichment will help. So basically, job enrichment is giving the employees a higher sense of leadership, a higher level of responsibility in the jobs. This will help them stay motivated because they're earning success through the work that they're putting in at the job. And this will make them want to work harder. And then job enlargement will help them have, also a higher sense of responsibility, giving them more stuff to do, which not working them to death, but giving more stuff to do will help them stay focused and not get bored during the job. And then the second thing that he said was his employees, the younger people, don't know how to handle rude customers. And the first thing I thought of was him just basically, giving a course on what to do, what not to do. And the thing that I was always told when I worked there was if a person has a problem, go just straight to the manager because they're trained for this, they know what to do. But, there's sometimes maybe the manager is running late or, he's not there at that time and you'd have to handle it yourself. So I think putting these employees through courses to help them learn how to handle customers and how to speak to them, because some people, I know from experience working there that some people are just really rude and they're upset over pretty much nothing. Like maybe you gave them a couple less fries than they wanted. Maybe they, some people are picky and they want their fries cooked more than other people. And it's just like, you can't expect us to know exactly what you want, but you have to, the customer's always right in that kind of business. It's a big good thing to take them through courses and for Neil Gleason to maybe show up every now and again and just go through and make sure everything's running smoothly.